Okay, so I was asking that employee relationship management is necessary in the organization. Is it needed? Do you think it must be there in the organization?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Yes. So it is one of the important, yes, we can say the department in the HRM or in the organization. So basically, the definition of employee relation management is, as the term suggests, managing the relationships between various employees and also between employee and employer. Right? Are you getting the definition? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
employee relationship. Yes. So it is basically the process that the company uses to effectively manage all the interaction that happens between employees, between employers, so that be easy to achieve the goals of organization. So human resource department can play a critical role in this process, right? In both like training and coaching managers, so that how they can effectively establish the relationship between employees, right? It is the as a HR, it's your role to see
Yes.
whether the relationship between employees are good or not, right? So so that was about the definition. It is employees relationship management. So can you tell me what can be the objectives of it? Like why we are doing this employee relationship management? Yes,
Ma'am, to see whether the aims are being fulfilled or not, I think.
yes, it is correct. And again, we can say that if there is conflict between employer or employee or anything like that, it will affect the organization's like while achieving the objective, it will affect the productivity of work, right? If the employees are not happy and having conflicts with each other also, right? So these are the
Yes,
objectives
ma'am.
of employee. Yes or no?
Ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, we
So
are
these are the objectives. Yes. So to bring better understanding and cooperation between employers and workers, so that we should maintain the employees relationship management. And again, to establish a proper channel of communication between workers and also the management. So there must be a proper channel of communication. The management should know what the employees are thinking about you, what are in their minds, right? What are in the minds of worker. So their proper maintain of communication, it will be achieved by using employee relationship management. And then again, to ensure the constructive contribution of, so if the employee relationship management all goes well in that, so there will be like no the worker will not feel to complain to the trade unions, and it will be having contribution, right? There will be no conflicts, like, right? So to avoid industrial conflicts and to maintain the harmonious relations, and then to safeguard the interest of workers and the management. So if you are maintaining the proper relationship, so it will feel the workers will feel it's their company and will feel safeguard interest, right? And then to work in the direction of establishing and maintaining industrial democracy, right? It will maintain the democracy, like it will not think that there will be partiality or no one is listening to them. So while maintaining this, we can achieve these also. So to improve the workers' participation in decision making, as we said, and to increase the moral and discipline of workers. Right? Any doubt in these points in objective? All clear?
no, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All clear, ma'am.
Okay. So, okay. From you, I want the answer from you. What activities are needed to maintain employee relationship management? maintain employees relationship, what is the important things? Communication is one of the things, right? So communication is done properly so that the relations will be maintained, right?
Ma'am, to respect each
Yes,
other.
Yes, ma'am, and to
yes.
build an
I'm
effective
asking.
team.
Yes, exactly. So there are some activities that can be used for employee relationship management to improve the employee relations. So there must be transparency in communication, right? So it is the utmost importance for the healthy employee relationship. Communication is important thing, right? As we are doing now. So if I'm not gonna ask you whether you are you people will asking anything which is not considering our opinion, right? So there must be transparency in communication, right? Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
And then again, encourage group activities at the workplace. While you are conducting group activities, it will help the employees to communicate with help each other. So it will improve the relations between employees to employees, right? And then, yes, can anyone read out the third activity for all of us?
Ma'am, assign challenging work. No, ma'am.
Yes. Can you please say it again?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Assign challenging work to your team members so that they feel motivated to deliver their level best.
Yes. Can you tell me what do you understand by this sentence?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we should let them do some challenging work so that it will improve their confidence and they will feel motivated by that and they will try to do their level best because it will be challenging. So they will give their 100% for that and it will help in increase their confidence also.
Yes, exactly. Very good, Swarna ma'am. So, while we can assign the challenging work to the team members so that team members also can communicate with each other well and they can feel motivated to their level best, right? And then next, can anyone tell me about the next activity? Yes, ma'am, Vartini ma'am, Akanksha ma'am, Amrita ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Gautam
The
ma'am.
concept of
Yes,
workstation cubicles be promoted rather than closed cabins.
yes. So, what do you understand by this, Vartini ma'am?
Ma'am, I don't understand this, ma'am. No idea.
Okay. Okay, the concept of workstation and cubicles must be promoted. That means there must should not be like closed cabins where employees working alone. Okay, so there must be like cubicles, as we can see in the offices nowadays.
What
There
is
is
the main?
partitions, cubicles.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay,
Understood,
understood.
ma'am.
So, the new concept of workstations. So, in there is a big hall and the partition is done. So, can employee can communicate easily to each other. So that must be promoted rather than the closed cabins, right? So previously it was like only cabins, packed alone, and if you want to communicate, then go outside and then talk to other employees, and that too for work. But if the workstation is like free, cubicles will be there, then cafeteria is there. So the new concept must be can be promoted to improve the relations between employees. Right. So next one, can anyone read out for us? Yes. Akanksha ma'am, Divya ma'am, Amrita
The
ma'am.
employees must be motivated to avoid politics and blame games at work.
Yes. So can you elaborate us this?
Ma'am, in this, it is saying that we should avoid politics and blame games. Like we shouldn't blame other people for anything, or we should avoid politics like
Yes.
dirty politics. The people get indulged in the
Yes.
business,
Yes.
so we should avoid
Exactly.
all these things.
Yes. So the in the organization or at the workplace, you can motivate the employees to avoid the politics, right? There must no be like biasness or politics or blame games or any other kind of stuff which can harm the relations between employees to employees, right? And then next, yes, as I just said, so partialities must be avoided for the better employee relationship. So there must be like unbiasedness, right? While treating to your employees, while employee treating employees, there must not be partiality because it complete, and then employees will feel they can feel demotivated, right? So partialities can be avoided. So this was about the activities to improve the employee relationship management. Okay, so let's head towards the next point, which is importance of employee relationship management. So, first is improves productivity. So, can anyone tell me how, like, it will affect the employees' relation, like employee relation management, how it will affect to the
Ma'am, sorry,
productivity?
slide is not
How it?
changed, ma'am.
Okay. Now,
Now it's visible, ma'am.
okay. I think it will take some seconds to change. Okay. So, this is importance of employee relationship management. So, I was asking how employee relationship management affect the organization? Like it is firstly said that it will improve the productivity. So how the productivity? Is there any connection between employee relations and the productivity of work? Yes. Do you think there is a relationship?
Sorry,
Things.
what's your question? I didn't get it.
Okay, so I was asking, employee relationship management is important, right? So these are the points of like importance of
Ma'am,
relationship management. Okay, so how employee relationship management will increase the productivity of work? Is there any connection between these two things? The relation between employees and the productivity of work. Are you getting now, Sarna ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think the better communication and the the thing that they are achieving their goals, it will helps in increasing the productivity as it will there be better communication, better confidence in their work. So it will help to eventually
Yes.
improve productivity in their work too. They all are connected.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So basically, the strong employment relationship will create a pleasant atmosphere within the work environment. Also, there will be like cool atmosphere, like the employees will feel work to work in that environment, and it will eventually increase the employees' motivation, okay, to work. It is like also be increased through the improved employees' moral also. So it will push the employees to work more efficiently, more effectively, right? So if employees motivated, they will feel really comfortable while working. So it will eventually improve the productivity of work, right? Yes. So next is
Yes, ma'am.
increase employee. Okay. So increasing employees' loyalty. So employees being loyal to the organization due to employee relationship management. So like creating the productive and pleasant environment, work environment has a like drastic effect on the employees' loyalty to the business, right? So it encourage a loyal workforce as well. So if your employees are all loyal, so it will increase the loyal workforce in your organization, right? So he will feel motivated and he will feel like it's his own company. Okay, so if his relations are good with the employer, with all organization members, so he will feel motivated, he will feel comfortable, he will feel like it's his own company, so he'll be loyal, he'll be honest to the company, right? So having such workforce will improve the employees retention as well, right? So in doing so, cost of recruitment, hiring, training will be like reduced, like retention of employees there, your employees are not leaving the organization due to like good relationship between the employer and employee. So it will increase the employee loyalty so that he will not leave the organization. And then as we have also seen, reduces conflicts. So if there is proper communication channel and there will be no partiality, so if the employee relationship is good, then it will also eventually reduces the conflicts between the employees, to employees, right? Am I right? Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
And also, it will increase the moral of employees. If the relationships are good between employee, it will also increase the employees' moral to work more, to work more efficiently, right? And then it will ensure the optimum use of scarce resources also. So if employee like employee relationships are good, and so the good and harmonious industrial relations will create a sense of belongingness, and good cohesive among the workers. So worker will not waste, like if he's feeling that it's his own organization, then he will definitely see he should not waste those things. Like he will avoid all types of wastage, right? As a human, like as a material. Are you getting this point?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Okay. And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
it discourage, yes. So it will discourage the unfair practices on the part of both management and to the trade unions as well. Right? If he's loyal, if he's feeling motivated to work, he's optimally using the resources properly. So eventually it will discourage the unfair practices also. Right? There will be no unfair practices in the organization. Everything will go well in the organization if we maintain proper employee relationship management. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are done with the week 3 syllabus. So any question among these points? So we have seen so many things in the week 3 part. So we have seen the training methods, right? We have seen talent management, then we have seen performance management, and then now today we have seen employee relation management. Yes. So these are the methods on the job of the job methods. Then we have seen the what is on the job method, like the superior he have to tell his subordinates about the machineries and all that is on the job. And then on the job methods advantages, then we have seen what are the disadvantages of on the job training method. Then we have seen some methods like induction and orientation, job instruction, apprentice, then job rotation, internship, coachings, right? And then we have seen this off the job training method, like away from workplace. It is known as off the job training. And then we have seen the advantages of it. And then we have seen some methods, case studies, role playing, then vestibular training, simulation training, task simulation, business games. Then we have seen this talent management, how you can manage the talent that you have in your own company. In that, we have seen the definition of talent management, that it is the strategic process of getting the right talent on board and helping them grow to ability. And then
Ma'am,
it is the
ma'am, your
process
voice
of
is breaking.
okay. Am I not clearly audible?
Ma'am, it was breaking
Your
in
voice
between.
is breaking.
And also, did you move
Oh,
the presentation, ma'am? Like we couldn't see it.
No, the presentation is fine.
But your voice was breaking,
is
ma'am.
it true? Okay,
Ma'am,
let
the
me
slides
check
are
that.
okay, but voice
Actually,
is
this
breaking.
okay. Actually, it's raining here, so that's why there may be connection lost in between. Now, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
but your
Is
presentation
it
is not
breaking or
seen, ma'am.
clearly audible?
Now it's better,
Sorry.
ma'am.
You not visible.
Gautam ma'am, your voice is not clearly audible to me. So can you type
Ma'am, your
this
voice is
the
visible,
message?
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. The screen is visible.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Okay, I'll then stop the sharing and again I'll present. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. Now is it visible?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am, we can't see your screen, ma'am.
Screen not visible, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not getting actually why it is not visible. Okay, I'll just join again. Wait, in a minute I'll join again. Okay, don't leave the session.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now I'll share the screen if it is visible. I'll open the PPT again so that it may be like open again. We were actually discussing what we have discussed in the last week, right? In the week 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll go like slowly so that we can understand the things. So I was just saying that we have discussed these points in the week 3: training methods, talent management, performance management, and employee relationship management. So the next was we have seen the methods of training, on the job training, and off the job training, right? We have discussed this, right? Then we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
Yes,
seen
ma'am.
what is on the job training. Then we have seen their advantages, disadvantages, and methods of on the job training. Then we have seen off the job training methods. What are those? What's its definition? What are the advantages and disadvantages? Off the job training is nothing but giving training to the employees away from workplace, right? Then we have seen the methods, case studies, role playing. Then we have seen vestibular training where the artificial environment is created, like same as the original. And then simulation is also similar to vestibular training. We have seen the example of driving school kind of thing, where in computer screen the mode is open. Like if you are doing the car driving, you can operate through the steering by sitting in the office as well. So it was about the simulation training. Then in basket simulation, where we have been given some tasks and we have to perform those tasks within the particular time, right? And then we have seen the business game. There are various business game. We have also seen one game, right? What was the name of that game?
Maze, ma'am.
Action Maze,
Maze,
right?
ma'am.
Yes, yes. So we have seen, so those types of games can be conducted to train the employees uh, while doing off the job training. And then we have seen the talent management, right? How to manage the talent in your organization, who are the talented employees and how to retain them, how to recruit them. We have seen the details about it. We have seen the definition of talent management. Then we have seen the process. It will the process of identifying the talent gaps, sourcing, then growing the talented employees, training them and retaining them, right? Then we have seen the actual process where we have seen the planning process, attracting, then selecting those talent, then developing them, retaining them, and then transitioning, right? Then we have seen the frameworks need. And then we have seen this model where we have to acquire the talent, then deploy them, then develop and assess, right? And then we have seen this strategy to achieve the talent management. We can do the job description properly, then person organization fit can be done properly, then collaborate, and then rewards and recognition can be provided to the employees and continuous improvement. So this was all about the talent management. Then we have seen performance management. Performance management, the definition of it, that it is the systematic evaluation of an individual employee while he's doing his performance and telling his weaknesses or the strength, evaluating the performance, right? Then we have seen this like description about the performance management. Then we have seen purpose, that why we do performance management in the organization. Then we have seen these four stages. Firstly, we have to see what is the organization goals and values, then plan accordingly, and then act, then track and review. Firstly, you have to plan accordingly your objective, then you can set the SMART objectives, then act. Can anyone tell me what is the long form of SMART objectives? SMART. What was it?
Ma'am, it's specific, measurable, achievable, related, time bound.
Very good, Vartini ma'am. So it is specific,
Thank you.
measurable, achievable, or attainable, yes, and relative, and then time bound. So, and then next step was act, that you have set the objective, then you have to achieve those objectives by action, right? And then track, that now you're performing, so you have to track the progress, and then after the performance, you have to review those achievements. So this was a performance management cycle. Then we have seen some basic elements which are necessary for the effective performance management. Those were goal setting, feedback, then development, then reward and recognition, then collaboration, teamwork, and communication, right? And then we have seen the methods that are used for performance management. Then we have seen advantages and disadvantages of performance management. And today, we employee relationship management, where we have seen the definition what employee relationship management exactly is. It is managing the relation between various employees in the organization. Then we have seen objectives, that why we do this employee relationship management. Then we have seen activities to improve the relationship between employees to employees. Then we have seen the importance of ERM, that employee relationship management, why it is important to the organization. Then it is end of week 3. So anyone have any problem in week 3? We are done with the week 3. So everything is clear?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Ma'am, one doubt,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Amrita ma'am.
Ma'am, can you just explain the performance management cycle once again, ma'am, like in a brief way?
Yeah, sure. I can explain. Just a minute. I'll share the screen again. I'll explain in shorter so that others they cannot feel like boring, right? So I'll
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Just explain it in a short.
yes, yes. So yeah, the screen is visible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So performance management cycle. So why we do this performance management? To assess the employee's performance, right? So that he can give his 100% to the organization, and so that it will increase the productivity of work as well. So these are the 4 steps: plan, track, and then review. So whenever you are doing something, first thing is to plan, right? So firstly, you have to see what are your organization's goals and the values. Then accordingly, you have to plan for the performance of employee. What the employee is going to perform, what task you are going to give the employees. So set the SMART objectives, as Vartini ma'am has said. SMART is nothing but specific. Your objective should be specific. It should be measurable. It should be achievable. So objective must be achievable, and then it should be relevant or relative. It should be relevant. It should not be like irrelevant to the organization's goals. Okay, your organization goal is different, and your personal goal or your individual goal is different. So there must be relevant. They both are should be relevant, and then it should be time based. It should not be like unlimited, or like there must be like limitless. Okay, there must be a time bond. So agree personal development plan and update the role profile. So plan is nothing but you are like you are giving a employee to perform a task. You are giving an employee task, and you are going to assess that task. You have to you are going to performance, you have to do performance appraisal for that task. Okay, it is in the wide range. I'm giving you an example so that you can understand well. So first, plan. You can give the perfect job to the employee, perfect task, and then act. You have given the task to the employees, and now you have to check whether he is performing or not. So second is act. So achieve those objectives. So carry out the role, implement the personal and development plan. Whatever you have implemented, planned in the plan section, you have to implement that. You can check the employee whether the employee is performing or not, and like his performance, you have to check his performance. Then track is nothing but whenever we are planning and acting something, then we have to track whether it is going well or not, right? So track the progress while doing regular feedback and mitigate the obstacles. So if anything obstacle, any difficulty is there to the employee, you can eliminate that through coaching as well, right? So it was tracking. And then review. Now you have planned, like you have given task to employee performed it well, you have tracked the progress, and if any difficulty, you have removed it. So everything is done now. Now you have to review that performance, review that task, whether the employees doing performed it well or not. So identify the learnings, then discuss the goals and agree the actions. So it is continuous process. So again, next, like plan. So it is like continuous process. So it was all about performance management process. Now you have understood, Amrita ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes. So anyone, any other difficulty, any other point that to be explained? Yes. Can we move to the week 4
No, ma'am.
content then?
Everything was clear.
Okay. So we will start the week 4. Like we have 20 minutes, so we'll have a little discussion on that. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just share the screen. Please confirm whether it is visible or not. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Am I clearly audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in week 4, that is in this week, we are going to see the details all about compensation and benefits management. Right? What are its components? Okay, this is what we are going to learn in this week. So, introduction of CBM. CBM is nothing but compensation and benefits management. Then we are going to see components. What are the components of compensation? And there are some legal provisions for this that we are going to see. And then what is benefits management? So, we are going to cover all this. Okay, so what is compensation? We have seen like compensation in the previous in HRM steps. So can anyone tell me what is compensation? I'm asking what is compensation, not compensation management.
Ma'am, compensation is something which you give when there is some defect or
Yes,
something, ma'am.
Some kind of
it's a
loss or
wage.
suffering or typically money.
Yes, so it is basically given when the employee's been like by if he's happening any accident, his death, right? We have used this compensation word at that place. But in HRM, we use this word as a monetary or non-monetary benefits that is given to the employees. Okay, compensation is nothing but another word is also there, remuneration. So compensation, remuneration is basically used to like describe the salary, the wages, all the structures, so compensation. Okay, so basically the definition of it is employee compensation refers to all forms of pay that goes to the employees when he perform his job or because of his employment. Okay, are you getting what is compensation in HRM?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it was the definition given by the Gary Dessler, and then according to the Thomas Sir, he said that it is consist of four distinct components. That is wage or salary that is given to the employee, then employee benefits which are like allowances, the fringe benefits, and then non-recurring financial rewards which are different from wages and salary you are getting like bonus which are non-recurring. It should not be repeated like specific financial rewards and then non-pecuniary rewards. Can anyone tell me meaning of this word if anyone knows? Non-pecuniary rewards? Yes
Ma'am,
or no?
non-monetary rewards, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
non-economic.
exactly. Yes, exactly. Very good. So non-pecuniary rewards is nothing but non-monetary rewards, like non-cash. There is no money involved, so there these are different rewards which can be given in the form of leaves, holiday leaves, or traveling. Okay, so different from the cash. So this was about the compensations definition. Anyone having any doubt in the compensation definition?
No, ma'am.
No,
So
ma'am.
it is basically the yes. So compensation is the total amount of monetary and non-monetary pay provided to the employee by an employer in return for work he performed, right? And then we are going to see the concept that is in the diagram. You can see base pay, commissions, overtime, tip income, bonus pay, wages, and then recognition pay, benefits, stock option, and other non-cash benefits. So all this is nothing but compensation. So compensation refers to a wide range of financial and non-financial rewards to employees for their services rendered to the organization, right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So compensation of employee for their service is important responsibility as human resource manager, right? So every organization must offer a good wages or good fringe benefits to attract and retain the talented employees. If at any time the wages offered by your firm is like not competitive or less to the other firms, like if there is a difference, then employee will go to the company who is offering more compensation, more salary to him, right? So there must be proper compensation to the employees accordingly, right? So there must be adequately sufficient remuneration can be given to the employees so that you can retain and attract them, right? So that's why there is compensation management in the human resource management. So there must be the management of compensation, right? Are you getting why we are learning this compensation management?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So these are the objectives. The system of compensation should be designed that it achieves the following objectives. So the objective is, can anyone read out?
Can I, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, sure, ma'am.
The system of compensation should be designed that it achieves the following objectives. The capable employees are attracted towards the organization. The employees are motivated for better performance. The employees do not leave the employer frequently.
Okay. So first is the capable employees are attracted towards the organization. If you are giving proper compensation, proper wages, salary structure is good, then it will eventually automatically the capable employees will attract towards your organization, right? And then second, the employees are motivated for better performance. If you are giving like proper rewards in the form of monetary, non-monetary rewards, then the employees will feel motivated for the better performance. The employee will feel if I work properly, if I work efficiently, it will benefit the organization as well as me, right? He will feel motivated to work. And then the employees do not leave the employer frequently, like if their employer like company is not giving you proper remuneration, proper salary, then you will leave the company, right? So if the proper compensation management is there in the organization, the employees will not leave the organization. He will retain in the organization. So these are objectives of the compensation management. Okay, is it clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Any doubt until this point?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
okay. So shall we go ahead or shall we see this next point tomorrow? Yes, if you're getting bored, like this is more theoretical part, so I can understand. So if you're feeling bored, or we can start tomorrow with the next
Ma'am,
points.
you can start tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. We can start tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll just stop the recording now.